coast to coast. We are border to border on iHeartRadio today and also AMFM247.com. And, of course, you can get a hold of us online at JiggyJaguar.com. And we have got a great series of guests with us today to kick off our big broadcast. And you join us each and every Sunday at 2 Central, 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific, and 1 p.m. Mountain Standard. And, of course, 24/7 at themic.fun. And we have got two great guests with us today. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, gentlemen, and then we'll talk a little bit about your latest project here.
Okay, I'm Chris Freeman. I'm in the Doberman. I'm the bass player for the Doberman.
And I'm Frank Meyer, and I am the singer of the Doberman.
Fantastic. So you guys have put together an amazing kind of a super group here. Talk to us a little bit about the Doberman and how you guys got started and everything.
Well, I think the Doberman started because we love the Streetwalkin Cheetahs. The three of us in the Doberman are in a band called GayC, and we played shows with the Streetwalkin Cheetahs, and they're just one of the best live bands you'll ever see. And so we sort of struck up a friendship, and our drummer during COVID wrote a set of lyrics, and he just decided, hey, I'm going to hand it off to Frank and see if he can put something together, and he did. And so we just sort of maneuvered into this. So we've never actually played together in the same room. It's all been online.
Wow.
So it's been an interesting way of doing things, that's for sure. But we've got a couple songs out of it. We've got two more in the pipeline. So it's slow, but it's rolling.
Fantastic. So the Doberman, you guys have got a brand new, I think it's your second single. Tell us a little bit about this.
Yeah, the songs, we kind of, like Chris was saying, we sort of trade the ideas back and forth. So one of us will come up with a musical idea, the other guys will come up with the lyrics. We did an original single called Triggered a few months ago, and that was one where our drummer Brian had the lyrical idea, and it was a little bit of politics and a little bit of kind of like, hard rock. And I think that sort of set the template for what the band sounded like, that mix of like a little bit of politics and a little bit of just ballsy hard rock. So as we got to the second single, it seemed like we should continue in that direction. And in this one, Chris, you wrote most of the lyrics, right? I think the music came from an idea that I had from an old song that hadn't quite got finished, and then Chris wrote the lyrics and fine-tuned them with Brian, and Steve came in and added all the incredible flashy guitar.
Exactly. So I've been kind of the train the person that monitors all the trains coming into the station. So that's kind of my job is, okay, this guitar part's come in, where's that going to go? This drum part comes in, where's that going to go? So I've been the conductor, if you will, on the project.
Fantastic. So putting all this together, Chris, talk to us a little bit about, give us a little bit more details on what you've been doing. Because you mentioned you've been monitoring everything and putting everything together.
Right. Well, so this actually is more than just a green screen. It's actually our rehearsal room. I think you can see the drums over here.
Fantastic. Look at that. Yes.
So this is the studio where we're recording most of the drum tracks, all the drum tracks actually, bass, vocals, that sort of thing are all done right here. And then I just put it into GarageBand. I can't afford Pro Tools. And so I just put it all in GarageBand and whip it up until it sounds like a rock song, honestly. Everyone sort of puts in their stuff. I think everybody's been seasoned enough to know kind of what goes where. So it's been pretty easy. As Frank mentioned, this latest song was a song that he did a long time ago. And then he gave it to me and said, what could you do with this? And I sat on it for a very long time, Frank, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, but that's okay, because by the time you got to it, it came together.
It really did. Like at the last second, like, oh, this is what it needs to do. And then it was obvious. Then the song all kind of played out itself.
Awesome
Yeah.
stuff.
And we all have kind of similar influences too. We all come from punk rock, but we also have grown up on like hard rock and, you know, AC/DC and radio rock and Cheap Trick. And so I think that we're kind of all suckers for a good hook. So regardless of what genre we're doing, I always am looking for a good, strong chorus that people can remember. And with this band, I think we were all kind of itching to sort of go back to that sound of like early Def Leppard meets AC/DC, dare I say a little bit of Rat thrown in, and I mean Rat with two T's, if you know what I'm talking about. And I think that there was just a general love of kind of that fine line between like hard rock and hair metal that we've all sort of been obsessed with, in addition to our punk rock. So this band has sort of been embracing, I think, a little bit more of that sound than maybe some of our other projects. But that's cool. Keeps it different, mixes it up.
Well, I'll tell you, you guys have put together a really good sound here. What's been the reception to the folks that are fans of the Streetwalkin Cheetahs and GayC now hearing all of this new stuff with the Doberman?
Well, Jiggy, they're just throwing money at us left and right. I mean, you can only imagine the sort of adulation and wealth, really. I mean,
I forgot to tell you that David Geffen called the other day. I'll tell you all about it after this.
You know, Jiggy, power is a strange word because so much responsibility comes with it. You know what? People seem to like it, man. I think everyone so far seems to really get where we're going with it. The good thing is that no one's baffled by it. No one's from our other bands or other fans. You know, no one's going like, what the hell are you guys doing? I think if you like GayC and you like the Streetwalkin Cheetahs, this is sort of the obvious sound that if you combine those bands, we would sound like, you know.
That's awesome.
That's pretty accurate.
If anything, it's probably a little bit more political than either band gets, because I don't really think of the Cheetahs as being a particularly political group. You know, we tend to do a lot of sex and violence and drugs and just sort of hedonistic fun, you know, rock and roll. And GayC does this sort of AC/DC covers mixed with their own sexual energy, and there's sort of all this pomp and glam that maybe is sort of taking their own direction with it. So when you think of all that coming together, the Doberman sound, it's pretty logical.
Yeah, I agree. I think that maybe the surprise for most people is the political nature of it. And, you know, some people might get turned off by that. But, you know, I always liked when some bands would interject the political, like The Clash. You know, back in the day, they were very political. So I don't mind that. So, you know, if people are bothered by it, you know, that why we wrote these lyrics and why we're sort of inspired to do this in the first place was because of all the craziness that's going on. It's just, come on, people, use common sense. So that's kind of, we're hoping that maybe that would be the message we're using, that, you know, use common sense. But, you know, common sense is in short supply these days.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That seems to be the case.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're familiar with Joe Public and people in general, but a lot of them are terrible. So, I don't know if you're familiar with the people out there. And don't get me wrong, lots of good eggs out there, but holy mackerel.
Yeah.
It's getting ugly out there, man.
It is.
We have got some great guests with us today. The Doberman join us here on our big broadcast, and this song, it's All Lies. Tell us about the music video. That is pretty cool.
So the music video, you know, what we did before was just a straight up video of us in a white room for Triggered, and for this one, we really weren't going to do a video. We kind of shot our financial wad on the last one. But I said, well, look, you know, all it takes is elbow grease. And, you know, if we can just shoot some random stuff, we can put something together. So I kind of had this idea that the truth is being held hostage, which is one of the lyrics in the song. And so I kind of ran with that, like we're this sort of not a band. We're a super group of agents that are trying to infiltrate and get the truth back from its captors. So that's kind of the videos. We're creating this musical way of getting this person out of hostage, of being a hostage. So we tried not to, be too, because the last one had footage that really nails the subject. This one, we're trying to take it away from the subject a little bit and not really put it on display so much. Make it more about the band.
That's awesome. Well, we are going to play It's All Lies. I appreciate you guys making time for us today. I guess before we let you guys go, how do we get in touch with you guys on social media and the websites and everything?
Well, I'll tell you that the easiest way to get the music, it's available on all digital platforms. We put it out through CD Baby, so anywhere you buy music, you can get either It's All Lies or Triggered. But we've been selling it directly to folks via Bandcamp. So if you go to the Doberman on Bandcamp, or if you go to the Doberman Band on either Facebook or Instagram, you can find us there. You can reach out to us directly. And like I said, the music, you can get it through us through Bandcamp or just, whatever, iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube. The videos are all on YouTube and our Instagram, and they're pretty fun. I think you'll dig the videos.
That's awesome. Well, gentlemen,
and thank you so much for having us.
Oh, this is always fun when we talk to you guys, and I'm glad you guys are keep on keeping on, and thanks for putting out this great song and this great video. We're going to play it right now for everybody. Thanks, guys.
Thank man. You. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it, gentlemen. There they go. That is the Doberman, and they join us here on our big program, Coast to Coast and Boulder to Boulder on iHeartRadio. You can also get in touch with us over there at JiggyJaguar.com. Making a lot of interesting comments. Folks are making comments today about the Doberman here on our big broadcast, and a lot of people say, I wish I knew who these people were and what they were saying, but the Doberman, It's All Lies. This is a fantastic, fantastic video. We are going to play it here in a few moments. Coming up, we are going to have some more stuff going on. Paralandra, who played Rocklahoma last year, will be with us. We're also going to be chatting with musician Chris Ford. Richard Parker is going to join us back on our big program. And at the top of our second hour, we are going to have Babe West. Yes, she's a porn star. And we are going to go right now to this incredible, incredible song. You can get a hold of the Doberman on Instagram. They are fantastic. The Doberman Band is their Instagram handle if you want to see what they are up to. So go over and check that out. A lot of great things going on with the Doberman right now. It is their song. It is tremendous. And it is here on your world famous Jiggy Jaguar experience.
never told me we live in a den of thieves, holding truth hostage and sell out their beliefs. It never ends well for the ones caught in the trap. Another reason to be brave and mind the logic gap.
That was It's All Lies. It's the Doberman. And my mouse has slowly but surely died on me. What is going on? I don't know what the hell's going on. My mouse. It's a live radio. You gotta love it. Okay, we are going to take a brief time out. When we come back, we have got coming up Paralandra here on our world famous Jiggy Jaguar Radio